I've opened up most of these roads, except for building that bridge. I think that's the last roadblock we have. But I still need to explore this region here, and this left behind task is already activated. So that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe we'll find some wooden planks somewhere on this map to complete that bridge. Left behind. Hello. Let's say, we were taking some measurement here. Then the weather got worse. One of the cars wouldn't start, so we had to leave it behind. Can you help us get it back to the weather station? I have the ZiKZ 605R there without a trailer. It's gonna be a long trip in rough terrain. I guess I'd better mark it. That should be enough to get us started. This trip might get a little extreme for the Don 71. It has tiny wheels. The Don 71 has never moved this fast through the woods. That's a good solid tree. I should pull up some of that slack so I don't get my Don 71 wrapped around a tree. Look at that sideways power pole. Those little rocks will beat your shocks off when we're going this fast. Let's make sure all the reserve tanks are topped off. Okay, let's hammer. These are enormous rocks in the road. The Don 71 is just a little sideways because I have that winch pulled all the way up. But if I gave it some slack, that thing would be drifting all over the road. I know that Don 71 don't have a snorkel on it. I'm gonna try to avoid all the deep stuff. This is deep mud. Dangerous water levels, but we didn't stay long. can't hardly get enough traction to climb over these rocks. I'm glad I didn't slam into that giant rock. Look at the edge of this road. I'm going to stop and get this trailer and take it with me, and I'm going to drop it somewhere else. I'm just taking it closer to that bridge that I'm going to need to repair. But we're not really going in that direction, so I'm just going to drop it when we get it as close as possible. I'm going to turn this 6-slot trailer around and hook to it, and then I'll grab that Don 71 with the winch. I can pull it all the way over into the ditch as long as that last axle stays on the road. But by that time, the last row of axles will be hitting the side of the hill, because that's a narrow ditch. If I would have tried this down there in the curve, now that's a different story. That ditch looks pretty deep. Getting this trailer turned around without turning it over shouldn't really be that hard. The hard part's going to be trying to get traction going up this hill without using a winch. I could have taken this trailer down there to the substation and turned it around. It would have been quicker than this, but we're halfway through it now. This is where I left it at when I built that bridge, and now we need it on the other end of the map. This is extremely slick. It's going to be hard to get enough traction to do this. The rear axles are now touching the hillside. It shouldn't roll or slide. Oh, it's going to be hard to get lined up with it sliding like that. Now I know I would have been quicker to take it to the substation to turn it. Now I gotta get it straightened up and back it down there to the Don 71 and hook to it. It's just going to slide right back down there. I'm going to just pull that Don up a little closer and then I'll hook back to this. It slid right back down here, didn't it? Maybe if you barely creep, it won't slide so bad. We just need to pull this thing up enough to where we can reach it with a winch on the back of that trailer. It shouldn't be too hard to get lined up this time. It's harder than it looks. Let's see if I can just creep it up under there without sliding. That's so close. That looks like magic. It's fighting for traction. I gotta get it over into the snow. Now it's doing it. The Don 71 is taking engine damage. Either it's getting pinged by rocks or we're pulling it too fast. I'm gonna bring a few semi-fuel trailers out here because I don't feel like one is gonna be enough. For some reason on this map, vehicles use a lot of fuel. If you're already moving good when you hit this house, you can pretty much navigate around it. But if you stop on it, it's a different story. You have a hard time getting going again. You can get plenty of traction as long as you can keep one side of your vehicle on the snow. We still haven't did any contracts on this entire region. We've only been doing tasks, but doing those tasks are always beneficial. They help you out when you start doing the contract. Well, that's about as far as I can get with high gear. The back of that trailer is in the air. I know it looks logical to go just straight across the middle there, but it's impossible to get through. Even with this thing, there's like a gigantic dip in the middle of it. And also we have this 6-slot trailer. Don 71 is taking a wild ride. I'm gonna see if I can run over one of these with this truck. That's a no, and we can't squeeze through this hole either. I'm gonna have to back up. If I was going full speed, I could probably jump across the top of that thing, but it wouldn't be a good result. It would do a bunch of damage. I don't think I can get enough speed up here on this road to do it. So the best thing to do is probably to avoid those giant rocks. This road is how to bypass that roadblock that we already cleared. We were moving fast until we had to gear down. This map will quickly drain your fuel tank. This might be where we need to leave the trailer. Yeah, this is it. It's a shame that was empty. I'll have to refuel that when I bring a semi-trailer out. Let's grab that Don 71 and get back on the road. I'm just going to pull the nose of it out a little, that way I can get to it easily when I back up. The ZiKZ 605R pulled those 6-slot trailers quite nicely. I had trouble out of the Boron 8E, it was too short. I think maybe the Bore would do real good with them too. I guess I'm gonna mark it. That should work. Hope we don't run into much trouble. We don't have any fuel. I think we still have 52 gallons on the roof rack. I think that 11-gallon tank might be empty. If we didn't have that 52-gallon roof rack, we'd be in a pickle. I'm not going to try to drive over that power pole laying across the road. Those things have the potential to do a lot of damage. The Don 71 clipped it. Oh, and now it's getting demolished. I hope we don't have to repair this thing. It's having a rough time. I'm sure it's probably never moved this fast on this kind of terrain. This is the top. This is a fairly decent road. If I'm able to keep it in high gear, I might save a little fuel. That would be a problem to haul a 6-slot trailer down this. Oh, somehow we took a shortcut. I didn't even recognize it. Okay, it's just a little bit up the road. I guess auto is the best thing if you have permanent differential lock. Our exit. Straight up the mountain. We still have plenty of fuel. Plenty enough to get there, I should say. by now. Yeah, we're almost there. There's no way to get across this terrain without taking some damage. This truck has 61-inch tires. Imagine how bad a shorter truck will get beat up. The Don 71 is really getting beat up. It's on its top. Now it's back on its wheels. Tight squeeze. This is way up here. It didn't look this far on the mountain. This trip would have probably taken twice as long with any other truck. Except maybe the Azov Antarctic. It has 71-inch tires and differential locks. The big tires are what got you through the snow. I have no idea where this other road goes, dude. We're about at the end of the map. We have arrived. Task completed. Left behind. Well, I'm sure it wasn't easy, but you did it. Thank you on behalf of the whole team. I'm switching over to the Azov Antarctic, and I'm gonna go explore that town hidden back in the woods. Maybe get some materials for that bridge, but I'm gonna mark it. Let's try that. I should have detached this to turn, but I think I can get it. We only destroyed the garden, so we're good. The garden and these walk boards. I don't know where I should take this service trailer to, but I'm not going to leave it up here. It takes a long time to get up here. This is a tipping machine. I'm gonna flip it back over off camera. I did it with the International Paystart twin steer. It was the closest one to the scene of the crime. Now I gotta bring a semi-fuel trailer to fill up all of these trucks again. We pretty much emptied out that service trailer we brought. I think semi-trailers would be more appropriate to bring out here. This red trailer marks the beginning of the worst no drift. If you don't have the TUZ 420, the ZiKZ 605R, or the Azov Antarctic, you'll be trying to winch your way out of it for a little while. I can plow through it in high gear with this thing. You just gotta keep wiggling it because it don't have differential locks in high gear. I guess if we ever need that service trailer, we know where it's at. I didn't see any reason to try to pull it because that's just extra fuel. Could you imagine trying to drive a bone stock vanilla con loaf across this? I could probably save a gallon or two of fuel by gearing down and locking in the differentials, but I just want to see if it can do it in high gear. It's almost dry. easy now. He really wants to flip over. This truck don't like driving fast. Now it's starting to liven up. I hope the rest of the road looks this beautiful. So far, so good. This bridge does not look trustworthy. It started flopping around. It's trying to get dark on us. I'm going to change the time. It looks like we have a long way to go. This is exactly the type of terrain you're supposed to avoid with this kind of vehicle. It's going to be easy to flip it over. I'm going to try to hook a winch somewhere. We should have probably did what any sensible person would have done and avoided this. I think we can get it across it though. You just gotta get those wheels hot. Someone should probably call the power company about this pole. Or maybe nobody lives out here, so they don't care. This is about where it needs to be if I can get that nose turned around. I forgot to lock the differentials. This thing sure is tippy. They won't let you hook a winch on the other side of that bridge. There should be a winch point directly on that bridge. It sure is hard to find the right angle to cross this. That's how you do it. There are a lot of poles laying down. This can't be the easiest way to get here. This pole's trying to stop us from coming through. Now we're rolling. It would be nice if we could actually use that fuel station. It's been out of commission for a while, it looks like. We've made it to town. Look at this giant pit. I'll have to go around it. New objective discovered. Landslide in the city. Okay, that's activated. Let's go check out this trailer. We're just gonna cut through the bushes. Okay, we need to turn around. There it is. New trailer discovered. Sideboard trailer. I should probably turn around and back in here. Okay, that's what we came for. It wasn't quite ready for high gear yet. May end up having to bring more supplies out here for this, but I'm going to collect these and go get that bridge done. Because I can bring a 6-slot trailer out here. This town is definitely abandoned. At least the power poles are still standing. This place is being reclaimed by Mother Nature and Father Tom. This place used to be a city. New trailer discovered. Sideboard trailer. That's our wooden planks. Maybe I'll just bring one with the winch. It hooked the wrong trailer up. We'll grab the other one with a winch. Let's see how that does. As long as I don't need a winch, I can probably pull them both all the way down. But I'll get it as close as I can. I'm gonna have to bring a few semi-loads of fuel out here anyway, so I'll fuel up all the trucks and get them out here to help if I need it. It would at least take one semi-trailer to fill up the empty service trailer and all these trucks, and then I would have to bring a couple more for extra. Now it's getting excited. I think I'm going to take this detour. The regular road looks like it's going to be too much rock crawling. If you've made it this far, you should hit the like button. Maybe subscribe if you haven't yet. It would sure help me out. Those metal beams are snagged on a big rock. Well, let's see how far we can get with these wooden planks. This is not good.